Hey guys, Eric here. Welcome back to another video. This one's gonna be a little bit different than what I usually do. No VTuber stuff, nothing like that really. In this is just gonna be a general life update. It's not negative in any way. Actually, it's actually pretty positive. So over the past week, I've been pretty busy. I've been making the transition. So for a little bit in these past few months, I've been working two jobs. I was working at TJ Maxx, and now I'm working at Planet Fitness. And sure, it's not the most, glamorous job in the world, especially given the fact that last year, I graduated with a BFA in game design. And, to be honest, I feel like I got a sham degree from a sham school. So I'm really considering, not this semester, but the next semester, going back to school and getting a degree. Whoa, I started kind of crazy there. Getting a degree in another field, something that's a bit more guaranteed and secure. Because the gaming industry right now, to be brutally honest, is the poop that comes out of my ass. There's all these layoffs, AI is being used everywhere at this point. The games themselves, I don't know, maybe it's just like the stuff that's been coming out this year. It hasn't really been a lot of good shit. And maybe that's just the boomer in me. Maybe I'm not looking at the right places. Of course, indie gaming, I'm sure there's a lot of awesome stuff in there. But that's besides the point. I'm definitely considering going back to school and trying my hand in something else. I was thinking maybe criminology, so I can at least transfer over something. And then, boom, a second degree. And that brings me to my next point. There's this friend group that I have, and we've been friends since high school. And recently, the group has kind of officially kind of drifted apart. This was a long time coming, and it was just like hit after hit after hit over the years, and we still stuck it through. But of course, there's that final hit and kind of what officially drives that separation. So I'm kind of really close still with these four people. Two of them are on vacation and the other two are dating, so they're off doing their own thing. So for about 2 weeks, I was not lonely, I was alone for the first time in forever. I was actually alone. I got to really think about my value, and I just thought about it, for once, not even to sound cocky, I'm pretty fucking awesome in a way, you know what I mean? I've done a lot of stuff that not a lot of people can say, and it's not a flex. It's I've been through those hardships and I still made it through, and a lot of those hardships I beat by myself. All this time I knew, and I know how to be alone. I know how to handle those moments of solitude, and I never gave myself credit for that. For example, I'm going to be 24 years old next month, and I've never been in a relationship before. And going 23, 24 years without something like that, it's very impressive in retrospect, because there are people who can't even go a month without being in a relationship. And yet I'm still here. And also all the other things I've been able to accomplish, like get a degree, spend 4 years in college, 2 of those years being in the pandemic, being able to experience a lot of the world, like when I went on the Texas trip last month for All In, or when I went to Japan back in 2023. So far, I've worked 3 jobs in my life, and up until recently, I was balancing 2 at the same time. And back in college, I was balancing school and work, and that also deserves credit. And in between those moments were eras of just darkness and loneliness and depression. And for the longest too, I accepted the bare minimum from people. And now I finally have standards, you know what I mean? For the first time in my life, I have standards. And I have that newfound self-love. And I guess another way I came to that revelation was last week I went to Lollapalooza and I was by myself. I was by myself the entire day. I had so much fun. Honestly, that weekend, going from Lollapalooza and going to the Bears practice. And by the way, football season is back on. The Bears have yet to play though, so I'm holding my breath. But I'm liking what I'm seeing, dude. And that's one of the things I love about the preseason. It's bro, you're gonna get attached to some of these fucking 3rd and 4th stringers for no fucking reason. Who doesn't love fucking watching Tanner McKee fucking ball out? But to circle back, I went to Lala, and it was on Saturday, and I got to see Kickflip, Boa, Fujikaze, Claro, and then Twice. That shit was fucking awesome. I mean, I almost passed out twice, no pun intended, but it was worth every single second. The people that I met over there were so nice. I got offered water. Another person offered me liquid IV. And then later on, before Twice started, this guy, I asked him if I could use his portable charger, and he said yeah, and we chopped it up for a whole hour pretty much. It's through all the dark shit that's happening in this world, especially here in the US, I got to see the light. I got to see the good of humanity. But yeah, no, I've been feeling really good. YouTube wise, I think I'm gonna come to the decision to just dial back on making videos, because as much as I love making content, and I'm not quitting, I'm definitely gonna make more content, especially for Monday Night Football coming up. I'm going to bring back the NFL reactions. And I need to talk about the G1 final, because if we're going to talk about wrestling on this channel, we're going to talk about real wrestling, not that fucking corporate slop that is the WWE. And speaking of WWE, I know this was already a week and a half ago, but who cares? I got to put my 2 cents on it. Fuck them, and fuck them for bringing back a rapist. Triple H would much rather associate with a pedophile than book a decent show. WWE operates on blood money, right-wing propaganda, TKO corporate slop and greed, and a show filled with ads with quote-unquote wrestling in between. Cena right now has had an all-timer terrible retirement run. If you want a real retirement run, watch Tanahashi's. Hiroshi Tanahashi is having a great last run right now. But no, people would much rather watch fucking John Cena face Logan Paul and R-Truth on pay-per-view. I can't believe this shit. Like, I feel like I'm getting rage baited. Like, how do WWE fans still exist after the Brock Lesnar thing? After all the shitty booking this year? After everything that they've done to tell you in your fucking face that they do not give a single fuck about you as a viewer? Especially with the ESPN deal. They would much rather push fucking shitters like Karrion Kross, Jey Uso, and like I just said, Logan Paul over the actual talent. They would put fucking Ludwig Kaiser, Pete Dunne, and Chad Gable under the fucking Grande Americano mask than do anything even remotely compelling. Why have an actual wrestling show when you could be the parody of it? Like Bryan Danielson said, you could just be the parody of wrestling and just have constant MCU hype moments and aura. This is a new level of bad. It's like the meme says, you can kill the man, but not the idea. And I'm sorry, if you still watch WWE here in August of 2025, you are the most idiotic, fed-pilled, brainwashed motherfucker imaginable. I would say, though, a lot of the stuff that's been happening in my life, I would like to think has been linked to the whole spiritual battle I've been going through these past few months. Because that spiritual growth help tie into my own personal growth, because I was able to use that to fuel and really come to terms and realize just how much I've been able to do myself and how much I've been able to accomplish, and realize that value and realize just how capable I am, if that makes sense. And I know I deserve a lot more. I know I should be doing a lot more. And I think for now I do need to start focusing on that and on trying to prioritize these next steps in my life. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there and just give a little update on where I am. But thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Like I said, this is not the end of anything. I will be back soon enough for the G1 finals. Probably going to discuss a little bit and touch on the Princess Cup finals, the 5-star, all that cool pro stuff.
Let's get some pussy tonight.